Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anas Shoha. So we are from Manufacturing Technology class from Group 1, Section 10. So we are going to present about Chapter 4, Metal Casting Process, which is subtopic directional solidification, shoring of rules and defect. So our group member, which is Abdul Rahman, Shazrin, Alif Ikram, and Alison, and me, Anas Shoha bin Misran.
Hi, my name is S10 and I'm from Group 1, Section 10. So I'm going to introduce about metal casting. So first of all, we need to know what is casting. So casting is a process in which solid are turned into liquid, where it is delivered into a mold that contains a negative impression of the intended shape. So definition of metal casting. Metal casting is the process of making objects by pouring molten metal into an empty shaped mold. Casting uses the idea that liquid metal can take the shape of any vessel containing it. So there are a few types of metal casting. So first of all, they are categorized into two different molds. So they are called reusable mold and expandable molds. So reusable or permanent molds are created many times, whereas expandable molds are destroyed by the casting process. So these are the few types of metal casting. The reusable mold are permanent mold, semi-permanent mold, slush casting, centrifugal casting, pressure casting, die casting. And the expandable molds are sand casting, shell molding, investment casting, and full mold. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. My name is Alif Ikram bin Nur Azmi Tarmizi, matric number AD190097. So for my part of presentation, I will be talking about the SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. In this case, we are talking about the metal casting process. Therefore, the strengths of metal casting process is it can easily produce complex shapes that cannot be produced in a die. Features like internal cavities or hollow sections can be easily cast using metal casting. Significant components can be produced in a one-piece cast. Therefore, it takes less time compared to other type of processes. Compared to other manufacturing processes, casting is cheaper for medium to large quantities, so it is suitable for large companies to produce their products. Next, we move on towards weaknesses. Weaknesses of metal casting includes relatively coarse surface finish and hence wider tolerance has to be allowed and is not suitable for mating interfaces. So materials such as gear and other type of mates are not suitable to use to produce using metal casting. Metal casting such as shell molding has a limit in terms of size and the pattern. So metal casting is not suitable for larger product compared to machining. Patterns are time consuming and expensive to make, although additive manufacturing processes such as binder jetting are being used lately to make mold. Furthermore, die casting can be very expensive for smaller to medium quantities due to the high die cost. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Shazrin bin Ahmad Zaki. My matrix number is CB190058. So today I'm going to continue with the opportunities in the SWOT analysis. So as we can see, the market of metal casting was valued at $29.60 billion in 2020 and is predicted to reach $119.24 billion by 2028. So it shows the growth almost 19.14% from 2021 to 2028. So why is that the market can be increased according to the statement above? The factors such as increasing demand for casting from the automotive sector and benefits offered by the casting process such as higher precision, accuracy, shorter cycle time, and excellent surface finish are expected to drive the marketplace for metal casting during the forecast period. So it means is the market is demanding the metal casting because it has the shorter cycle time, accuracy, higher precision, and excellent surface finish are expected. So that's why it makes the metal casting market can grow from 2020 to 2028 is predicted. So next slide is threat. So the threats that the casting has been faces is, for me it is machining, because machinings and castings brings the outcomes that are almost exactly the same, but machinings has more advantage than the castings, because machining is not only performed on the metal, but it also performed on wood, plastic, composites, and ceramics. And machining also has a variety geometry features, which means it has screw threads, very straight edges, and accurate round holes. And machining also provide a good dimensional accuracy, and also machining can produce low amount of product, and it does not have any effects on the price. So that is the threat for casting. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdurrahman Ahmed Isman. I'm a math number is billion 1918. Today I would like to present metal casting process, especially for conclusion and reference. So I would like to start the first slide. The development of casting has lagged behind the development of metals, and the study of solidification as a result of investors and researchers being unaware of control that casting directly exert on both the structure and the attainable properties of both casting and wrought metal. This lack of understanding of the broad control nature of casting fault has slowed casting advancement, which has hampered the growth of mechanical and as a whole of casting foundry and the engineering world, untold billions in poor performance and failure. So we would like to move the next slide. The famous mantra that metals and alloys qualities are governed by their structure is somewhat deceptive, because both the structures and the property of cast metals and many of the resulting wrought metals are mostly, if not entire, controlled by biofilm defects. Despite some exactly and hopeful initial effort, characteristics in the absence of biofilm in the metal lungs have yet to be thoroughly established. So the last slide shows us the reference. I have used these three references: Campbell-Twine, downcasting, and multiplies, which are used as a reference. So thank you all of you. Good luck. Ramadan Kareem. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.